We used was the new motors that came out. They have 3 times the torque, so we decided to use a gear ratio of 1 to 2, which gives us twice the speed, and since it's 3 times the torque, we get 1.5 times the torque also. And to accommodate all this extra speed and torque, we laid a bunch of these metal rods in there. I believe they're like 1.2 pounds a piece, so a lot of weight, and that gets a lot more traction on the wheels, so we can push with a ton of force. We never measured it.
I did the programming this year. Compared to last year, it was so easy because last year we had so many technical issues. It took me 10 hours last year just to get the robot to talk to the computer. This year it's like, oh, is that done already?
This year I can do it at 3 in the morning, so it's a lot better this year. You know what we're doing.
Also made the renamed, because last few years we haven't been naming our motors and servos.
Just motor.
We just motor named it, yeah. So now we actually named it, which makes it a lot easier to navigate code, as well as all the comments that I put in the code.
So you know what you're talking to?
Yeah.
He programmed everything. We could all look at it and know what's happening because there's that many comments in there.
How many lines?
It's pretty short.
259.
What language?
Robot C.
We chose Robot C because it's got more of a real-world implementation, in our opinion. It's more like other code, and more stuff runs C than LabVIEW. At least that's what we found.
We are able to lift our robot up on the hanging bar, and we have these hooks on springs to keep them in the box, and so we can launch them out with these little servos, which are designed really simply, so it can launch it out easy every time.
You hang on the wall.
Yeah, we can hang on the bar.
Yeah, we went through quite a few ideas. I did a lot of research personally online from FRC because I know they've had lifting in FRC quite a bit of times. And I saw one robot that actually split in half and grabbed and lift, and that was kind of the inspiration for this. Because we were thinking, I saw some mechanisms that had a pole with a hook and a winch, and then there were some that were kind of similar to this that used a scissor jack. I'm not sure how that would work well. But we ended up choosing this method because it was most efficient. And as you can see, we use the springs that keep these centered. And then this, what's it called, surgical tubing, is attached to the rod that gives it torque lifting up. Can you run this up?
If this works.
There we go. So that
What tree?
we only have one remote because our computer doesn't have enough USB ports, so we have to switch between these two because we can't run them both on the first controller. But yeah, we worked this part. It's going to be these two
I
buttons.
know, they're not doing anything.
It's got a lot of, get up and down.
Oh yeah, it's the wrong cord. Watch your fingers. Now go. That wrong way. Also, we used a high torque motor here, so lifting our robot, that weighs a ton, it still is very easy. That's it.
When we were testing this out the other day, we were just throwing anything we could on there. We had drills and rebar on there, and it still lifted it without a hitch. It didn't even sound like it was having trouble lifting it. We use this gear ratio to give it a lot of torque.
I believe it's a 1 to 4 ratio here.
So it grabs onto the bar and then runs down. And then it lifts itself up from there.
Yeah, we have the springs here, so it lifts at an angle like this, which helps keep the robot level. It lifts almost perfectly level, which gets it off the ground faster in case we're crushed for time. Also, this tubing, having it at an angle like this instead of going straight down, means it has most, can you run it up again? It has most tension through this part. It doesn't have much tension because it's not pulling it much further. But from about here to here, it has the most tension, which is when we need it because we don't want it to flop around when it sticks up. And that just makes it easier for a robot to lift as well.
I designed this mainly. We call it the blender,
Since we only have 30 seconds to raise it, we put a 4-to-1 ratio, so it goes really fast, and
It's actually before ratio, almost.
yeah, same thing.
But yeah, to get us more speed.
X and B now.
Blender.
We didn't time it, but we were able to get it up there so quick.
Kind of counted it about 4 to 5 seconds, something like
To
that.
get it from the very bottom to the very top, like pass where you even have to get it to get the most points in that much time.
So where do you guys, practice?
Our basement. We're brothers. My mom's the main coach, the only coach really.
Okay.
And we are in my basement.
How'd you guys find each other?
We all knew each other from homeschool group.
Your homeschool?
Yeah. I believe he found us just on the internet, maybe? The FGC,
Remember,
St. Louis thing.
I joined the beginning of last year.
Okay. How many years have you guys been together?
3 years as.
3 as an FTC team. Well, us 3 have been 3 as an FTC. The rest, all of us have been 2 as an FTC. We've done Lego and all kinds of stuff.
Is this all your team right here?
Yes.
Everybody made it together?
One more, but he doesn't like the crowds and stuff, so he's not coming to competitions.
Okay. So third year. How do you promote yourselves? Do you just go out there
We've done at first Lego League competitions. We go through that. We have Lego being a website and a Facebook.
During the summer, yeah, we held a Lego camp, and we would bring lots of NXTs, and then kids would come, and then they could build their robot and program it, and we'd help them and direct them to get them ready to join an FLL team.
Working the Lego competition, we actually saw, I think, 5 kids that we had in camps that were now on Lego teams that actually recognized us as judges.